So this is Damiano. My name is Nicolai. Can we start? Can everybody hear us?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes, we can.
Yeah, totally. Okay. 1 second, I close the window here so I can hear myself as well. Welcome everybody to this International Yoga Day. I'm very glad you came. I truly appreciate it. As you might know, yoga stands for unity. Unity between the individuated consciousness, also called Atman, and the collective conscious or the universal consciousness, also called Brahman. But I don't want to elaborate on this too much. I don't want to go too detailed on this early morning, this beautiful Sunday morning. For me, yoga stands for unity, and the fact that we are here together as yoga lovers, as people who have proven that their lives have been enhanced by doing yoga. In my opinion, it stands for compassion, empathy, being here together, understanding each other, wanting to make the bridge, wanting to make the connection between all of us. As I said, my name is Nicolai. I'm here with Damiano, and both of us, well, at least there were more, we founded OM, the Yoga and Spirituality Association of the TU Delft. And what it stands for, OM. Well, you all know OM, the chanting symbol, or at least it's a sacred symbol in Hinduism. And the monks, for example, up in the Himalayas, they do their chanting before they even had breakfast, before they even had their coffees. And in the West, in physics, we can measure the electrical resistance in a wire expressed in ohm, right? So that's the intention of setting up OM, to bridge the gap between yoga and spirituality on the one hand, and science and engineering on the other hand, and to merge them, to bring them together. In my opinion, I don't see a distinction. I don't discern the two of them, while a lot of people do. And it's my heartfelt wish, basically, to connect them. It's a good marriage. Again, yoga and spirituality on the one hand, and science and engineering on the other hand. And their offspring is ultimately powerful. Perhaps Yagi Vasudev, more known as Sadhguru. I think you all know him. Wise guy, you know, big beard. And each sentence he speaks is like a knowledge bomb. They're like Trojan horses with an infinite depth of knowledge, wisdom, etc. So I think you all know him, one of the most famous world-leading gurus. And he once said, I don't see a difference between science and spirituality. Whereas science is there to understand and explore the entire cosmos around us, spirituality is an act or a venture out of discovering the world within us. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that poetic? So that's why we're here for, to enhance the bridge, the connection between the two of those, to spread the word, of course. Damiano will tell you something about how famous engineers or famous scientists have used yoga as a daily routine, and perhaps meditation as well. And afterwards, I will tell you something about yoga and the scientific benefits, at least what's proven, yeah? The things we can measure, we can extract from yoga, and how to use it for our daily practice, how to use it as a daily routine. And to close off, yoga has grown rapidly today. Over the last 4 years, yoga in the United States has doubled their regular yoga participants. Doubled in the last 4 years. So let's continue this movement together, not only based on scientific facts, but also from a heartfelt desire or wish. Now, the floor is for Damiano.
All right. Well, thank you. And well, hey everyone, how's it going? Well, as he has already said, my name is Damiano. I'm a student at TU Delft, well, almost actually ex-student. I'm going to graduate in 1 month. And yeah, I'm also part of the board of OM. So as he has already said, the Yoga Association in Delft. And the reason why I'm here is to tell you a bit more about the connection we believe exists between yoga and a technical university as TU Delft. What does yoga have to do with engineers, basically? And maybe before starting that, I would also like to tell you a bit more about what was my experience with yoga before coming here. And I can tell you I had no experience at all, like nothing. I only had like some vague idea in mind, like of these people assuming, I don't know, weird poses and maintaining them for like a long time, maybe while chanting some mantras, and also like to even find like a light. And I was like, oh, that stuff. I mean, you know, that idea that many people have in mind. And now I know that nothing could be farther from reality than that. And I can tell you even more. Not only I don't have anymore that misconception in mind, but I also start to do yoga more and more often. I actually do it quite regularly, up to 5 or 6 times per week. And it's great. And I can tell you, I don't do it like surrounded by candles. I don't chant, I don't know mantras and nothing of that kind. But then the questions are like, why and how did I start yoga then? And maybe even more interesting, why did I start that at TU Delft? Why did I start that at a technical university? And basically, well, in my specific case, this happened because the Sports Central University, X, like offers a lot of different yoga courses. Maybe not in this very moment because of Corona times, but we are going back to track little by little. And actually, there are so many different courses, from the most physical ones to the most spiritual ones. And that's the reason why I'm here. But the question is then, why is it so? Why do they do that in the first place? I mean, teaching yoga in a technical university of Delft, what does the man chanting in the cave have to do with engineers? Well, I would say that that's already enough questions for today, and maybe it's time to answer to some of them. I would say that X, or the university, decided to teach so many yoga courses, and it's pushing yoga more and more because it brings so many benefits, both mental and physical, to people, that one would love like to see so many new students start doing it like right now. And I can tell you there is like some among the benefits are a more relaxed mind, a straighter posture, more higher resilience to negative emotions, more easiness in coping with stress. Take me, I have like my green light in 2 days. I had my last exam in 5 days, and I'm still here. And I'm here because I really think that this can help you. I really think that sorry, I really think that both yoga and meditation can help you a great deal with all activity and interest that you have in life. And I mean, if you don't believe me, I totally get it. I mean, who am I after all? But maybe you know better, Steve Jobs. And I can tell you that that man fortified his mind by means of yoga and meditation and became the man we all know him as now.
Apple, Steve Jobs from Apple.
I didn't mention that. Or take Bill Gates. And you can also read this article called "Why Am I into Meditation?" You can easily find it online. Or take the CEO of LinkedIn, Jeff Boehner. I'm not sure about the pronunciation. Or also the executive chairman of the Ford Motor Group. He actually said, and here I can quote,
Ford, from the auto company, for those who don't know.
And here I can quote, "The practice of meditation can be going through in the darkest days." And he's talking about like some dark years he had to go through because of bankruptcy. So what I'm trying to tell you now, what I'm trying to tell you here is that yoga is not only for highly spiritual people, but also for all those people who would like to have a healthier life, more relaxed life, and a more focused life. And at this point, I think that if you don't believe me, the only way to find that out is only to try out by yourself.
Thank you, Dami. Thank you, Damian. I'm here just to present a few of the scientific benefits, which will continue upon the story of Damiano. Beautiful, by the way, that Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, and the founder of LinkedIn and Ford did their yoga practice. First one, the first most predominant scientific benefit. And why is this the most important one? Because I think this is what we live for, the quality of life. And yoga enhances the quality of life, our well-being, our day-to-day well-being. How can you measure quality of life? The way you sleep, the quality of your sleep, your mood, physical freedom, posture, degrees of freedom, vitality, and also your cognitive function. And a study has shown that over a period of 6 months, giving the elderly, so there were only seniors taken in this test, over a period of 6 months, they gave them yoga 3 times a week. And they all said that it significantly, this is literally quoted, they all said that it significantly increased their quality of life. And that's what we're doing it for, right? That's what we do yoga for. Second is the improvement of our brain function, our cognitive function. And this one is relevant. Why? Because we're all studying at TU Delft, or most of us at least. So that's why I picked this one out. And it said that yoga increases brain function. This is quoted. Yoga improves the brain executive functions like goal-directed behavior, speed and accuracy of the working memory. Probably you know it as RAM, RAM, from the computer science. Also, mental flexibility and task switching were enhanced. Task switching is switching from one task to the other in a very rapid pace. You can gear up easily, basically. The hippocampus, which is a brain organ, will increase in size during your yoga practice. And the hippocampus, again, is therefore your RAM, so your working memory. And the amygdala, which is a brain organ responsible for your emotional stability, or your emotional, for example, anxiety is felt in the amygdala. You probably don't notice it, but trust me, it does. Yoga decreases the function of the amygdala. And that's why you are more in a state of tranquility, in serenity, more in peace with yourself. And wisdom can finally speak. Wisdom can finally articulate. And lastly, which is very relevant also in your exam period, is the reduction of stress. Yoga reduces stress. And I think you can all confirm this. I would like to give you some numbers, some percentages, but I couldn't find them, unfortunately. What I do know is that 85% of the yoga practitioners say that it helps them in reducing their stress. So this one is very relevant for you in your exam. And what I like about yoga, personally, is you confirm everything yourself. As Damiano already said, I can be like a big liar. I can be a huge liar, telling you all this stuff about yoga. But the thing is, you can experience what I'm telling here for yourself. Determine it experientially and experimentally. When I'm giving you a direction, for example, in an asana, try for yourself to feel whether it's true or not. Try to find your own truth, experientially and experimentally. So feel for yourself. Thank you for listening. This was the introduction. I wish you a very pleasant morning program on this International Yoga Day. I hope we opened your ears, that you're more receptive, and that you can also implement one of these findings or one of these benefits in your exam week to make you a better engineer. Namaste.
Thanks. Everything he has already said, and thanks for listening to us.
If you have any questions, just...
Thank you so much, Nicolai, for all those wise words. I'm pretty sure some people might be practicing yoga already over here. If not, they would start probably, so it can help them. So anyone, if we have 5 minutes right now where we can ask questions where you can even open your mic and talk directly. That's completely fine. If you don't feel like, you can also type in the message, and let's make it like an interactive session where we get, like, this is the place where you get the opportunity to actually get knowledge from people who are actually practicing it. So I would say take the best of this opportunity.
Sure. Everything is welcome. Let me open the chat. Hi, Nicolai. Thank you for your beautiful introduction. Could you recommend some literature, books in English which depict yoga practices on the process? Go close. Thank you for your question. Personally, I like to listen to audiobooks, and one of the books that stuck with me is Light on Life from BKS Iyengar. Iyengar is a yoga guru, and he has popularized yoga in the West especially. And he talks about how his yoga practice improved his life, his entire life. So he came back from a very severe injury, and yoga has transformed his life, but also physical, but predominantly mentally. So BKS Iyengar, Light on Life. I highly recommend you that one.
Mm-hmm. And I also have another suggestion, but this is more in case like you are more interested into the, let's say, the meditation side of yoga, the pure meditation side. And the book that I would really suggest you to read is called The Art of Living by Goenka. I'm not sure about the pronunciation, but I think I've read it like 3 times or something like that, because it was really, it really has, that book really has something to share with people. So I would also totally recommend that.
Again, the name, Kayenka?
The Art of Living by Goenka. I think it's spelled Goenke or A. I'm not sure.
Yeah. But most of all, do your yoga practice and write your own book. Truly, 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 truly. There's a famous saying in yoga that it's only 1% theory and 99% practice. And I can totally confirm that. Yes, indeed. Thanks. All right. Perfect. Another question.
You can also use your mic.
Guys.
Nice.
One at the same time, please.
Yes. Anurag, go ahead.
Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
You can speak out loud.
How about
don't
now?
be shy. Perhaps chat. Great. It's going good. It's going very good. Let's see in the chat box. Ah, yes, indeed. To Siddharth. Siddharth Jain. Another question? I think we have time for one more question.
Well, if there are no questions, maybe, oh, wait. Yeah. Would you recommend simple practices?
Right. Nice. Could you recommend simple, thank you first. Could you recommend simple practices to begin with? And are you holding classes outside X? Right, to start with your yoga practice, by the way, I've been teaching for about 2 years now, and I've been doing myself yoga for 3.5 years. I recommend doing your favorite postures in the beginning. Why? Because it keeps up the fun and it makes it accessible. If I give you a recipe for the most advanced postures, you will stop, let's say, within 5 minutes. So start with asanas you truly like. Yeah, all right, Siddharth, I will come to your question after this one. So start with postures you like, and from that gradually build up. Yeah, and do we do classes outside of X? I'm not sure.
Well, it's not really classes, but we do organize. The point is that because of these Corona times, we really have to be a bit careful with organizing like public events, let's say. So what we do sometimes, we just like meet as a group of people to do yoga together, but it's nothing official, as we at the moment we can't organize like official stuff outside, since we still have to maintain a 1.5 meter distance. But yeah, if you're interested like in these kinds of things and want to try to see how it is, you can just reach us like either on Facebook, or you can reach us like after this event and we'll tell you more.
Yeah.
So there are activities outside the regular yoga classes, but now it's a bit more.
It's on mute, basically, on standby. And you can reach us on Facebook, TU Delft, but you can also send an email. You can also send an email to omtudelft@gmail.com. I hope this is clear. Yeah.
I think there were also like
more questions.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but wait. Okay, one question of Siddharth was when to do yoga. Well, the yogis, they used to do yoga before they had breakfast. So at sunrise, and before sunset. So in this time, it's sunsets at 9. In winter time, I truly adhere to that. So I will do my yoga before dinner, so around 5, 6, and also before my breakfast. That's what I prefer, and that's what I recommend, because you're doing it on an empty stomach. And for me, that's because there are a lot of breathing exercises involved, belly exercises. So in my opinion, an empty stomach is a prerequisite. Yeah, I hope that answers your question. And you do yoga before breakfast because it allows your energy system to boost, to live up. When I do yoga before I go to sleep, sometimes I'm too energized, I'm too jittery, and I can't sleep. Yeah, so it will boost your vitality.
Well, yeah, nothing to add.
Okay,
and I think we have one more question, or someone.
Thank you for that.
Something.
Yeah. Okay.
There was also something else.
Last question. Let's see.
I think those were the only questions.
Okay, perfect.
I think we can go. We can hop in for the next session.
Meditation.
Yes.
Perfect. All right. I will directly transition into meditation. Yeah. Perfect. Thanks. Thank you, Damiano, for joining us.
Thank everyone, guys. Have fun. Do yoga.
All right. We will directly transition into the yoga session. So, if you have something to sit on, like a block or a cushion, please take it. Yeah. You can also have some clothes, folding them together, just to sit up a little more straight. You can't leave. You have to be here for 20 minutes more. Yeah. Yeah. Can I help you? No, I'm not. I'm fine. All right. There we go. Meditation made easy. I can write a book about this. I won't do it. I will quickly give you the 3 most important things of meditation, in my opinion. I've been meditating for like 1.5 years now, frequently, ranging from 10 minutes a day to 1 hour a day. But I have to be honest with you, sometimes I skip a day. So there's still some territory to gain for me. But the 3 things I want to discuss with you today is, first one is sensory perception and mind activity, the distinction between the 2 of those. The second is posture. So how do you sit in meditation? Do you sit like this? Do you sit like this? Perhaps double lotus? That's the second thing. And the last thing I want to elaborate upon is, what do you do mentally to sink into your meditation the fastest? And that's all about concentration. But I will come up on that later. First, Do you have some food in your house? Like a banana, an apple, a sandwich? You can grab it. You know, I brought some delicious dates, yeah, from Israel originally. So make sure you get some food. Take a moment. I will take a moment so you can go to the kitchen to grab some food. Not too much, just a little bit. Yep. I wait for 30 seconds. All right. So I assume everybody has a piece of fruit. It can be a raisin, an apple, it doesn't matter. What I want you to do, grab that piece of fruit and just touch it. Yeah? Try to feel it. This is basically an exercise for mindfulness. So just feel it with your fingers. Make sure you wash your hands, of course, Corona times. Just perceive it the way that it is. Don't think of it, perceive it. Try to touch it, try to discover its surface. How does it feel? Is it ribbly? Now, secondly, have a taste. So, bite it, chew on it, but focus on the texture and the taste. Again, those are sensory inputs. Just that. And when your mind wanders off, go back to its texture and how it feels. Perhaps how your tongue moves it around so you can easily chew on it. Just perceive it as it is. You can close your eyes if you want to. And here's the thing. Do you notice that your mind wanders off? Do you notice that at a certain moment, your mind runs away to, for example, why am I doing this? Or where did I buy it? Or I want more. So at a certain moment, thoughts arise. And your mind tries to understand what you are doing. Your mind starts to reflect on what you're doing. And that's my keynote. The mind is a very intelligent entity within us, but it's tainted by madness. Why? Because it always is chattering. It's continuously talking to us. So your mind tries to label. Yeah, it tries to label. It wants to give what you eat. It wants to give it a name. It tries to compare. For example, this date is better than the dates I had last week. It tries to understand, for example, how this is made, how this grows in a plant. And it judges. Your mind judges. So your mind is opinionated about what you eat. For example, it's healthy, it's unhealthy, it tastes great or not. And whether it's true or not, in your meditation, stop your mind, stop mind activity, stop labeling, stop judging, stop understanding, but start experiencing just with the five senses. There are people who claim they have 11 senses, but that's another topic. Try to be present and try to feel, observe, experience. And as soon as you get distracted, as soon as your mind kicks in, as soon as your mind is saying, labeling, whatever, come back to the sensory input. So get out of your mind, in your body. Try to be cognizant. Try to be perceptive of the sensory input. That's the first lesson. But I have to admit, it is delicious. The second thing is on posture. The most important thing in meditation, in my opinion, in my experience, is that you have an erect spine. Most important thing. So, please have a look. By the way, I have this cushion or block underneath me. I think you can see it. To have an erect spine. Okay, now please have a look. This is an erect spine. What I want you to think of is that imagine somebody pulling through the crown. So this is the crown of the head, crown chakra. Sahasrara for people who are into yoga. And this is the highest point. So as if somebody pulls through the crown. There you go. Can you see that? From here to there. Crown is the highest point. Second, take a finger and put it underneath the upper teeth. Yeah, so against the chin, and just behind the upper teeth. So in this way, you make sure the head is positioned right. So rather than this, hold on to this posture. Now please clean the finger, especially during these times. The chest is slightly lifted, like that. So make sure you won't curve the back like that, but lift the chest. Shoulders are relaxed. And as a test, what you can do, pull up the shoulders, pull towards the ears, pull, and then release. Yeah, all together, one more time. Pull, and release. Let them hang. And preferably a little to the back. So, but that's personal. I'm inclined to have the shoulders come to the front a little bit, which is shaped, in my opinion, by my 8 years of study at TU Delft, sitting behind my office, behind the desk, like that. So, lift the chest, shoulders down, and a little to the back. Can you see that? Your sternum, borstbeen, lift it up. This is the pelvis. Take 2 fingers on top of the pelvis. This is the pelvic bone. Perhaps you can sense it, feel it. It's hard. What I want you to do is to turn it forward. Like that. Can you see that? So rather than collapsing the chest, you come to the front of your sit bones. The sit bones are the bones in your butt contacting the block. And you can roll basically to the front of your sit bones. You can feel that. You can feel the pressure moving on the sit bones. So in this way, you straighten the lower back. Can you see that? Can you feel that? And what's also very important is, if this is an uncomfortable position, make sure you have your knees supported. So, for example, when I wouldn't be a yoga teacher, I would probably sit like this. Ow, ow, ow. You know, knees hurting. In that case, just make sure you support your knees by something. You can sit either like that, or, for example, cross-leg position. That's fine. What you want is that there is no physical distraction when you do your meditation, because you want to go all the way inside your mind and beyond. If there is pain involved, if your body is in pain, if your lower back is in pain, if your neck hurts, you're distracted and you cannot go all the way into your consciousness. So, if you cannot sit like that, just make sure you support it. 2 very good exercises to enhance posture are, in my opinion, Cobra. This is Cobra. You can join if you want to. This is Cobra. Open up the hands like that. press down, and pull at the same time. So you lengthen the spine. Yeah, you pull and you press at the same time. Now, can you feel the curve being reversed in the back? Yeah, keep the shoulders low, like that. Chin is lifted up, and you can slowly rise your chin. This is to enhance a hollow lower back. And secondly, you want to lengthen these muscles, the inner thigh muscles, also called adductor. You can easily do that by star pose. This is star pose. Left foot in front of you, bend over, left hand against the left shin, right hand goes up towards the ceiling. Now look to the right hand. With the left hand, you press against the left leg. Press, press, press. Can you feel your inner thigh lengthening? Now just look to the right hand. Yes, so you want to open up the left inner thigh, also called adductor. If you don't feel anything, just take your hips to the right side, and there will be more stretch on this part. Now you can do that for both legs, and that should result in your knees dropping easier on the floor. Verify for yourself. Do you feel that? That this is more open? Do you feel that the back can be more straight? So that was about the posture. The last thing to ease your meditation is the way you start your meditation. Meditation is all about concentration. Meditation equalizes concentration. So, a lot of people say, in your meditation, you surrender to that what is. So you completely unfocus your mind. Based on experience and based on other yoga gurus or meditation gurus, I personally say that you start your meditation by concentration. So what you do, you sit down, you can have your hands in Shin Mudra, which is said to enhance your brain activity, but also your tranquility at the same time, which is very paradoxical, but join these fingers together to the sides. This is like badass yogi style, right? Close your eyes. Remember everything I just said. So lift up chest, crown is the highest point, hips a little forward. Breathe through the nose to the belly. Now I want you to concentrate upon one thing. You can choose whatever it is. For example, you can choose a solid point somewhere in the ocean of blackness. That's what I like to do. I have a focal point, a fixed point. You can focus on breathing. For example, you can trace the breath going into your lungs, going out of your lungs. That's the second option. What you can also do is focus on the surface area. So when your hands are, for example, on top of the legs or on the knees, try to feel, try to sense that contact surface. Try to be aware of it. Be present with this contact. Or your butt on the block. You choose. But I want you to focus. Focus upon one thing. And if your mind wanders off, again, if it starts comparing, judging, thinking, labeling, when you notice that, pull it back to that sensory focal point. All right? 13. Yeah. We'll do one minute session, and then we go to the Q&A. Yeah, I'm running out of time. So, again, close your eyes, pick one point. Pick one focal point. Maintain your posture. Now try not to be distracted. If you get distracted, come back to your point of focus. If you're sitting straight, breathing will be easy. No pressure on the heart and lungs. You may slowly open your eyes. And after a while, you will notice that your concentration will be a lot easier. After a certain moment, after a period of time, you will realize that your mind doesn't run away. It's complete emptiness inside you, complete silence. And at that moment, I think that's the moment to surrender, to unfocus, to just let it be. Yeah? Concentration, think of that. All right. Are there any questions on this session on meditation made easy? I think I got room for 1 or 2 questions. So. No questions? People are still present? When would you like to post the 14th animation? When would you like to post? Well, I'm not. So the question is, when would you like to post the 14 days kickoff meditation or the 14 days meditation challenge? I'm not in charge of that, but I've cooperated with writing the challenge, writing the mantras, the affirmations, and also the technical focal points. So when, I don't know. What I do know is start today. Yeah, you can wait for the 14 days meditation challenge, but you can also start today. And trying to reap the benefits, trying to reap the fruits of this powerful technique. I think for everybody who wants to progress in personal development, spiritual development, meditation is a must. And also for those who want to flourish in academia, also who want to flourish in science or engineering. Yeah? So I think the host will take over now.
Thank you so much, Nicolai. I think we have one question. Hi, Nicolai. Thanks for the workshop. Do you recommend to set a timer when we are starting to meditate or just let it go with the flow?
It depends on how much time you have. When I wake up, for example, when I do my meditation before I start the day, I set the timer, for example, on 30 minutes, mostly. But on a Sunday morning, I don't set a timer because after a certain moment, I just want to stay in my meditation. Yeah? Oftentimes, I get annoyed by the timer that starts ringing after 30 minutes. So it depends on your time. But if you have the time, take your time and see what happens. Yeah? See if you can see beyond the view of your ego. See if you can see behind the view of your mind. Yeah? Good luck.
Thank you so much, Nicolai. It was really I can't thank you enough for being here with us, helping all our students to actually get through the way of meditation. There's just for the people who registered, we have set a 14 days meditation kickoff challenge, because meditation is something what you don't learn in one day, but you build it over practice and then you get the benefits of it. So we'll be sharing a handout to you in your emails. Just watch out for that, and it will give you tips and tricks on how can you take this meditation challenge. And then all the information is going to be there in the handout. So I'll send it to you by tonight, and then let's see who goes up with that challenge and completes it and shares his knowledge or his experience with us. I think that would be completely amazing.
Beautifully said. Thanks a lot. Namaste. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hope to see you later.
Yes.
Take care. Can I close? Can I
Yes.
leave my Zoom meeting?
Yes, surely. Thank you so much, Nicolai.
Thank you. All the best. Namaste.
Bye, Nicolai.
Ciao.
So we have Murchanna. She is a guest teacher and she's also TU Delft student. She's here to share what are the breathing techniques which you can take, which can help you. So the floor is yours, Murchanna.
Thank you, Siddharth. Is my audio clear? Can everyone hear me clearly?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, thank you. So today we'll be practicing 4 breathing techniques together, and it would be helpful if you guys share your video so that I can correct you maybe if you guys are doing something wrong, but otherwise you're free to not show your video as well. So pranayama. So pranayama is like breathing techniques. Prana means flow of energy, and yama is giving a direction to your energy. So it's like regulating the energy in a correct way within the body. So let's start. You can sit easily and comfortably. I'm sitting in Sukhasana. You can sit, I think you were sitting on your cushions with Nicolai. You can continue doing that. And my hands are in Chin Mudra. So the thumb and the index finger are lightly touching each other. And I'm placing it on my knee. All right. Let's sit comfortably and easily. Your spine, neck, and the head aligned in one straight line. Just
Should I
gently
start
close
the
the
audio, Murchanna? Should I start the background audio which you needed?
Yes, please. Thank you. Can you see me as well?
Yes, perfectly. Can you all hear the sound in the background?
I think it's not audible.
It stopped, Siddharth.
Thank you. Can you lower the volume?
Yes. Now is it fine?
Yep. Thanks. So let's close our eyes. Let's sit easily and comfortably. And let's take a deep breath in. And exhale, let everything out. With a strong intention of your heart, let's recall the purpose of coming in this session today. And with that strong intention in heart, keep breathing. Softly and gently, without making any changes to your breathing pattern. We will start with the yogic breathing. So in yogic breathing, there are 3 sections. I've divided into 3 sections. In the first section, let's focus on our belly, on our stomach. Keep your eyes closed and place your right hand on your belly and just feel it moving in and out with your breath. When you breathe in, let the belly go out. Fill your body with air. And when you breathe out, relax and let the body naturally go in. Let the belly naturally go in. Once again, focus on your belly. Breathe in. The belly goes out. And breathe out. Relax your belly. Let's do this for 5 more rounds. Let's give it 100%. Breathe in. And breathe out. Continue at your own pace. Inhale, the belly will go out. And exhale, the belly will go in. Keep your spine erect. The shoulders are loose and relaxed. Keep breathing. Last round. Inhale. And exhale. Relax. Let your hand be in the Chait Mudra and fall on your knee. And close your eyes. Stay within the practice. In this next section, we'll be focusing first on the abdomen and next on the chest. So when we inhale, let your belly or the abdomen go out. Fill your abdomen with air, and next, fill your chest with air. Let your chest expand as well. And when you relax, first relax your chest, exhale, and then relax your stomach. Let's start this together. Breathe in, let your belly go out, fill your body with air, expand your chest, and exhale, relax your chest, and relax your stomach. Once again, breathe in, inhale, let your stomach go out, let your stomach bloat, expand your chest, and slowly exhale. First relax your chest, and relax your stomach. Let's continue this 2 more rounds on our own at our own pace. Inhale. And exhale. Last round. And exhale completely. And relax. You can relax your shoulders, relax your back. And be within yourself. Close your eyes. Let's start the third section of the yogic breathing. So in this third section, we'll be doing the whole yogic breathing together. First, we'll focus on the belly, then on the chest, and then your shoulders. Your hands are still in Chin Mudra. You can put them on your stomach as well. Do your right hand preferably on your stomach. Otherwise, place it on a chin mudra on your knee. Close your eyes. And inhale. Focus on your stomach. Let the stomach go out. Expand your chest. And then raise your shoulders. Fill your body with air. And relax. Exhale. First, relax your shoulders. Relax your chest. And relax your stomach. Once again, inhale. Focus on your belly. Expand your stomach. Your chest. Raise your shoulders. And exhale, relax your shoulders. Relax your chest. And relax your belly. Once again, breathe in. Expand your stomach. Your chest. Raise your shoulders. Fill your body up with air. And relax your shoulders first. Exhale. Relax your chest. And relax your stomach. Contract your stomach. Bring the navel close to the spine. Again, breathe in. Inhale. Bloat your belly. Expand your chest. Raise your shoulders. And exhale. Slowly relax your shoulders. Relax your chest. And contract your stomach. Exhale completely. And relax. Keep your eyes closed. Bring a gentle smile to your face. Even if it's a fake one, keep a gentle smile. Slowly open your eyes. Next, we'll start with the Bhastrika Pranayam. So in Bhastrika, we start in this position. Bring your fists in front of your shoulders, elbows close to your body. And then we breathe in passively and we take our hands up. We open our hands when we go up. And when we breathe out, we come down with a force. So breathe in. So our exhalation is a forceful exhalation. We'll do this together. Keep your eyes closed. When I say breathe in, you go up. And when I say 1, you go down. And bring your hands down. Fists in front of your shoulders. Elbows close to the body. Yep. Let's start. Take a normal breath in. And breathe out. Together in Bhastrika, breathe in. Breathe in. 2. In. 3. In. 4. Close your eyes. And relax. When you relax, open your palms, place it on your knees, and close your eyes and make your body still. Feel the vibrations within the body. Again, let's get ready for the second round. Fists in front of your shoulders, elbows close to the body, your spine is erect. Close your eyes. Let's give it 100%. Breathe in. In, out, in, out, in, out. Keep going. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, and relax. Place your palms on your knees, palms open facing the ceiling, eyes closed. And feel the vibrations flowing within the body. Take a normal breath in. Exhale completely. Last and final round. Fists in front of your shoulders. Elbows close to the body, eyes closed, spine erect. Take a normal breath in and breathe out. For first we go. Breathe in. Keep going in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, and relax. You can relax completely. Hands on your knees, palms open facing the ceiling, eyes closed. Take your attention inwards. Normal breath in and out at your own pace. Let's chant 3 times. It's called primary pranayama. When you breathe in normally, and during exhalation, make the sound with your mouth. Your mouth will be closed. Let's get ready. Breathe in. Relax, keep your eyes closed. Moving on to the last breathing technique for today. Keep your hand in Chin Mudra again and place it on your knee. Your right hand, you can open your eyes for this. Place the index finger and the middle finger in between your eyebrows, lightly on your in between your eyebrows. Your thumb will be controlling the right nostril, and the last 2 fingers will be controlling the left nostril. So when we breathe in, first breathe in with both the nostrils. Close the right one and exhale with the left. Now breathe in with the left. Close the left and breathe out with the right. Again, breathe in with the right. Close the right and breathe out with the left. This is 1 round. We'll be doing this for 7 more rounds at our own pace, keeping our eyes closed. Let's continue breathing. At your own pace, slow, deep, long breaths. Try to make your breathing soft. There's no need to make any sound. Keep practicing. This is called Anulom Vilom Pranayam. Keep going at your own pace. Try to make your exhalation longer than your inhalation. You can make this your last round and exhale with the left nostril, and you can end your round. After you've completed your round, you can open your eyes. So these are the 4 breathing techniques that we practiced today. I think our session is at an end. Yeah, we have, I think, 2 minutes left for questions. How are you guys feeling?
I think I am feeling amazing.
Yeah?
How is everyone feeling? Like, you can keep your mic on, you can talk.
You can share your experience.
The session was really refreshing.
Nice to hear that. Any questions?
I have a question. So, like, how does this really help? Like, does this really help you on focusing? Like, what are the benefits of this? Like, if I do this every time, should I do it this once a day? Like, every day once, like, in 1 week, I do it every day so that it gives me the best of the benefits? What would be your take on that?
Yeah, I think practicing this every day, like maybe before your studies, like the mindset you are in right now, how great would it be if we start studying in this mindset always, like relaxed completely? You can practice this multiple times a day, not just once a day. And yeah, preferably on empty stomach so that you don't fall asleep while practicing this, because it's very relaxing, right? You might fall asleep if your belly is full. But yeah, you can practice this any time of the day.
Amazing.
Yep.
So I think we have just 1 minute left to us. Anybody have any questions? I'm pretty sure it's a good opportunity to take knowledge from the people who have been practicing it for so long. How long have you been practicing Murchan?
So I became a teacher in 2018. So I'm a Shri Shri yoga teacher as well as a government certified yoga teacher.
Wow.
And before that, I started in 2016 January, like the practice of yoga by myself, and then I became a teacher in 2018.
Wow, that's a long way.
Yeah, it's a long way, 4 years.
So if nobody has any questions, I would like to thank you, Murchanna, so much for giving us your time. It was really a very insightful. I think the sound also, background sound also helped a little.
Yeah.
I hope you also enjoyed the session.
I enjoyed a lot. I think I can study very, like with focus now, and my concentration would be sky high if I study right now. Yeah, thank you, Paula, Amrita, Walter. Yeah, thank you everyone actually for coming into the session. And yeah, I think I'll be leaving after this.
No problem. For the next session, we have Aditya Bharadwaj from Food Sharing Delft. And Aditya, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Hello, everyone.
Amazing.
So, namaste. My name is Aditya Bharadwaj, short for Adi. Everybody calls me Adi. Big story behind that. And I have been asked to show a quick and easy recipe so that you can keep your energy up during the exam time. And how should I say, like, if you have you don't have much time to spare, you need a quick recipe, or with the what ingredients you have available. So I have one recipe, a pulao. I think many Indians have heard of this recipe, a pulao. I think our moms will cook it like once a week, twice, depending on where you are. And I have so I guess let's get started with the cooking. And as you can see, I have quite a few ingredients over here. I'll be taking some coconut oil. If you're vegan, then yeah, I would recommend coconut oil. If you're not, then just go nuts with butter. Although, given that it's yoga day, I would suggest you not to have too much butter. But if you are, like, say, stressed and you need some sort of a comfort food, go nuts with the butter. No one's gonna judge. So keep this in medium heat, around like 140. And if you want to have like a better taste or something, I often suggest to mix oils. So I have added some coconut oil, and I'll be adding a small amount of sesame seed oil, like just a really small amount. If you don't have sesame seed oil, then not a problem. You can just add olive oil as well. Olive oil is good at absorbing the flavor from the solid spices, which is what we'll be adding next. Now, I hope you can see the ingredients. I have a black cardamom, it's some cinnamon. This is a star anise, and I have crushed some bay leaf over here. Don't crush it too finely, just minor crush. If you do not have these, fancy spices, I would just suggest you use a cinnamon stick or bay leaf. Or if you're going to add a curry powder, like if you want to add a lot of curry powder to the recipe, then I would not suggest you use the solid spices. However, if you have a cinnamon stick, then just add a small piece. Just break it and add a small piece of it. I hope everyone can hear the sizzling sound. Yes, that's the best part of cooking. Like the moment you add something to the recipe and then start to sizzle, and then it brings out a certain aroma. I would say cooking itself is a part of the stress relieving process. And Here I have some finely chopped onions. You can use red onions or white, depending upon your interest of what you have. And I have some chilies, green chilies. I just broke them. I just cut them to smaller pieces. You should definitely be able to hear this sizzling sound.
I think more than the sizzling sound, it's about, oh, I want to taste that food right now.
Sorry?
More than the sizzling sound, it is more like, oh, I want to taste that food right now.
Well, technology hasn't been invented yet where I can transfer the taste and aroma to you. But in the future, when that happens, oh, I'm waiting for that future. And if you have a low spice tolerance, then skip on the chilies. It's not necessary to have it. This food is supposed to strengthen you, not make it worse. So if you have a really low spice tolerance, then I would suggest you not to add too many spices. So while the onions are cooking, I have a small amount of ginger garlic paste. Just a small, yeah. You add too much of it, and that's all your taste. If you like ginger garlic, then yeah. I will just add how much of you like. Just increase the temperature a little bit to like just high heat, about 160 degrees, or that would be, this is an induction oven, so, but high heat, just turn it to high heat so that the onions cook faster. And while the onions are cooking, I have a few veggies over here. I have some capsicum, a bell pepper, carrots, corn, some celery, finely chopped celery, and potatoes. Like in other recipes, we add a lot of cauliflower or broccoli, or you can even add mushrooms to this. And there's a version of this where you add beans. And if you want like the kidney beans or chickpeas, and if you want to add that, I would highly recommend you add some coconut cream also with it. Because that brings a really nice flavor if you want to add beans. So I'm just dropping the veggies in here right now. Whenever it's an Indian recipe, yes, we often go nuts with our spices. We tend to add quite a few spices in our dishes. But if you do not like too many spices, it's optional. You don't have to add too many spices. You can just make this recipe with ginger, garlic, and a pepper. I have a few powdered spices over here. This turmeric, red chili powder, some garam masala, asafoetida or hing. If you do not have this ingredient, it's okay. It's not mandatory, but I would recommend you have this because this will go well with any recipe which involves frying. And some pepper. So yes, the veggies have started to cook. You can get the smell. Just drop in the spices in there. In case you're wondering how the mix looks like, this would be it.
That actually looks very yummy.
Thank you very much. So just let it fry for like 2 minutes or something. So that actually helps it absorb the flavor. I have one more ingredient over here. What was the second last spice? The second last spice was called hing or asafoetida. Just type hing and you'll find it. You can find it in any place where you get Indian food or in the Turkish supermarket near the Hogan Passage. And hing, yes. And I have one more ingredient over here. It's called these are soy chunks, or we call them meal maker in India. If you are a vegetarian or vegan or gluten intolerant, then this would be like the perfect substitute for meat in some of these dishes. However, if you have meat or something like chicken, or you want to use chicken, then I would suggest you marinate chicken for like half an hour before you drop it in this mixer. You drop it in at this stage where you're frying the veggies. If you do not like veggies, then just skip the veggies and drop the chicken in right away. So I'm adding these soy chunks over here. These were actually my favorite. My mom used to cook them all the time, and I was just, like I could eat this every day.
So is this more like, is there any time associated with it? Like I should cook this ideal in morning, evenings, or any time before I'm hungry?
This is more of a lunch or dinner thing. Like I wouldn't really recommend you have this for breakfast. But yeah, if you are like hungry or something, then yeah, just go for it. It doesn't really have too many, like it's a little heavy, so I would really recommend if you have it for lunch or dinner. Usually when I had lectures or something, I would just make this before I left for the lecture hall. As you can see, the assembly is it's quite simple. So I just assemble the dishes, and then I leave them on timer. And when I come back after my lectures, food's already there. I just start eating. Just add some salt at this point. And at this stage, after the veggies are cooking, you can add some mint leaves or, like mint leaves or maybe some coriander. I have some coriander right here. If you want to go get a little creative, then I would suggest you can go try some fresh basil or fresh oregano leaves. I would recommend you use fresh mint leaves if you want to add them. Then I have 1 cup of rice over here. I would suggest you use long rice, nothing of the risotto, like thick. Like it shouldn't be starchy. It shouldn't be too starchy. So I have some long rice over here. You can use basmati if you want. Just wash it once or twice so that you can remove the excess starch. Yes, so I've washed some rice. And just give it a quick mix. You just want to add the rice at this point before you add water so that the flavors mix, and the rice, so it should be like uniformly mixed. Like it's not like rice is on the top, the veggies on the bottom. You just give it a nice mix. Plus this helps the rice absorb some of the flavor. And now I use 1 cup of rice, so I'll recommend you add at least 3 cups of water. And just like half cover it. If you do not have usually make this in a pressure cooker. So if you put in a pressure cooker at least for 3 or 4 whistles. If not, then as you can see, I'm just boiling over here. Then you let it boil for about 10 minutes. I'll set it on a timer for 10 minutes. And just don't completely, just, how should I say this? Don't cover the lid completely. After everything has been mixed, just make sure that the lid is not completely covering it. This is the stage where you can add some coconut milk or yogurt if you like on the mix. So if you're vegan, then coconut milk and some beans, drop in some beans. And if you're not, then yes, you can be creative. And while it is preparing, I had already prepared some of it beforehand, and this is how the end result looks like. Just top it with some of the coriander leaves if you have, and raw onions if you like raw onions. Yeah, top it with it and serve it with yogurt. So
I think with yogurt, it's gonna taste really amazing.
the yogurt, it's traditionally served with yogurt.
That's
So,
nice.
like it's just a balance between the spicy and the yogurt's, how should I say, soothing flavor, like cold flavor. It's like balance between hot and cold. So Indians kind of like that, a bit of a conflicting tastes. We like sweet and bitter at the same time, or hot and cold. So we have quite a few recipes which have both of these elements in the right combination, which brings up the best flavors in both of them. So pulao is like one of the recipes where the pulao rice is a little bit like you serve it hot and have a little spice to it, like you can feel the spice. Then you serve it, you add a little yogurt, so it kind of balances the spice. So you get a little spice, but the yogurt will also help you with the if it's too spicy, then add some yogurt, or while it's boiling, add some coconut cream. While you're serving, also add some coconut cream, and it will reduce the spicy. So this is just like a simple recipe which I made before for 10 minutes. If I have just 10 minutes, oh sure, I can take a picture. I guess it's kind of recording, so.
No, after you would be done, okay. After the session, you could actually just share a picture. And I'm pretty sure what I could also do is, any which is this session is recorded, so people, if they don't know, we can easily form a short. I'll make a short video of it and share it online, and I'll share it with all the people so that whenever they are hungry, they can always refer to your dishes. Does anybody have any questions for Aditya? I'm sure he has 3 more minutes before we jump into our next session of yoga. So I would just ask everyone, how was this experience? Like, we thought that adding food in between would actually be a little refreshing. Like, you're doing complete yoga, and then just food is also something which also helps us. Oh wow, food is like, it helps us in many ways. So does anybody have any questions?
Wow, no questions.
I think your explanation was really straightforward, and I think it's not that difficult dish. It's all about just taking the ingredients and just put it in, let it. Oh wow! So let it just cook, and I think it would be very tasty and filling.
This is just a very simple recipe. You can get chopped vegetables from Yumbo or something and just drop it in there. It will still turn out tasty and nourishing. It's like food should be like you eat it and then you get the energy to do whatever you want. It's like studies or marathon or putting up with the constant lectures and assignment schedule, which TU Delft apparently, what should I say, has a very tiring schedule. So this is a very quick recipe. This is a very and it's very, how should I say, energetic. Like you have one serving of it, you can feel you can feel that it's giving you some energy. So yeah, this is a very the main point of showing this recipe is very simple, easy to assemble. You can have some chopped vegetables, just drop it in there, put it on a timer, and it'll just like after time's up, it'll just turn off on its own and it's ready to serve. So nothing complicated to it.
So if anybody has no questions, should I invite Shamangi over here? I would really like to thank Aditya for all his time I know it's a busy exam period and you gave all your time to us. So I'm so thankful to you. And with this, I would like to go to the next session, which is yoga for back, neck, and shoulders.
Hi, everybody.
Here is Shamangi. She represents X. She is, I would say, a fitness lover. She loves yoga. And here, like, we sit all day in our desks, almost 8 hours a day, struggling, working so hard, studying so much. So we thought that why not get an exercise which can actually help you to relieve all the stress you have been taking these days. So over to you, Shamangi. The floor is completely yours.
Thanks. Yes, good afternoon, and thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. I've been teaching yoga for almost 17 years now, and I've been teaching at X for about 5 years. And it's usually this time of the year where I get a lot of requests from people to do exercises for neck, back, and shoulder problems. So we figured it would be nice to share a few tips. Hopefully they will help you. I also sit behind my desk a lot, behind my computer, typing like this. And I've noticed a few things. First of all, before I started doing yoga, the muscles here in the upper back were getting weaker. Second, there's a lot of tightness. We're pretty much doing everything over here. Third, lower back problems. I have to adjust the image once again, excuse me. And I started strengthening the muscles in my abs, in my upper back, in my lower back, in my shoulders, as well as trying to open up this region right here, which really make a big difference. So you can do a few of these exercises behind your desk, sitting on your chair, and some other exercises might require that you stand or that you lie down, which might be nice for you while you study. I'm just going to try to give a few pointers. It will take about 15 minutes, a little bit shorter, and hopefully you can take something away from it. So first of all, make sure that you're sitting in a position that you can actually lengthen your spine easily. And just take a few deep breaths in and long breaths out. If possible, you can breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. If you have a bad cold, just breathe through your mouth. And while you do that, try to lengthen your spine. Now, usually when I ask people to do that in my yoga classes, they'll do this, and it will just happen in the region where your back is already strong. So I would like to invite you to scan your back from bottom until the neck, centimeter by centimeter. And just try to create some length. So you start here and you create a little length and you go up. And while you do that, hopefully, maybe not today, but some other time, you will notice that you will create length in spaces where you normally wouldn't do that. And when you create that length, you also will create space between the vertebrae, and there will be less pressure. And eventually you will find yourself with more space and maybe even a little bit less back pain. Now take another deep breath in. And when you breathe out, you just move your head to your right shoulder and you feel length right here. You take a deep breath in and you bring your chin towards your chest while you breathe out. And another deep breath in. And then move your head to your left shoulder. And breathing in. And then gently tilt your head to the back. Let's do this again. Deep breath in to your right shoulder while you breathe out. Another deep breath in, and then chin towards your chest. You feel the length in the back. Breathing in, and then go to your left shoulder while you breathe out. And breathe in, and then gently bring your head to the back. And then back to the middle again. Take another deep breath in. Now move your head to your right shoulder. We're going to do it a little bit different now. Breathe in, and then go to your left shoulder. And then breathe in, and then move your head just a little bit to the back, like this. So you're looking slightly up. Another deep breath in, and then move your head to the right. And breathing in, and then go to your left shoulder while you breathe out. And breathe in, and then just a little bit further to the back. Breathing in, and then back to your right shoulder, breathe out. Breathing in, and then go to your left shoulder while you breathe out. Breathing in, and then a little bit further to the back. Deep breath in, and then back to your right shoulder while you breathe out. And breathe in to your left shoulder, breathing out. Breathing in, and then back to the middle again. You could repeat this a couple of times. And now if you will join me, if possible, you place your hands on your shoulders and you can make circles. You can also do it like this. But if you're doing it the same way as I do, make sure that your elbows touch each time. And circle your arms in the other direction. Still making sure that your elbows touch. Don't worry if that's not possible. It is a sign that there's a lot of tightness in the shoulder area. One more time. And then we lower the arms. And then let's draw in the shoulders while we breathe in. And when you breathe out, press your shoulders away from the ears. Again, breathing in. It's kind of like, I don't know. Breathing out. Once again, pressing the shoulders away from the ears. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. And I'm going to arch my back, bringing the shoulder blades together. Breathing in. Rounding the back. Breathe out. Now, if you're doing it the other way around with the breathing, it's fine. I'm already happy that you're breathing. You just repeat it at your own pace. And if possible, open your shoulders, bring your shoulder blades together. You arch your back. Now, normally when I breathe out, and then when I'm by myself, I like to make some noise, sort of pretending and breathing all the fatigue when I study away. And if I have any frustration, I might breathe that away as well. I'm not going to do that right now. I don't want to scare you away. A few more times. Okay, and then lowering the arms once again. Now we are trying to, next step is we're trying to strengthen the area between our shoulder blades. Option number one is you push your shoulder blades together. And you can arch your back just a little bit. Option number 2, we're going to pretend we're pulling something. We're pulling a lever down. So you engage the shoulders, you press your shoulder blades together. And then you relax. And you can repeat that once again. So either with your arms down, or you lift your arms and you just pretend you're pulling something down and it's really strong. Whatever you're pulling down, it wants to go up, but you want it to go down. And you strengthen. And rather than activating this part of the body, focus on the upper back. Next step, we're going to bring the inside of our hands together. Or if you don't want to do that, or it's not possible, you just round your back like this. And you press your shoulder blades away. Now for the next step, if you have a chair or a wall, go ahead. Now, if I stand, you won't see my face anymore. But what I'm going to do is I'm placing my hands on the armrest of a chair like this. And I'm just going to press my chest towards the floor. Creating some length. Now you could even do that standing against the wall. So you don't have to use a chair, stand against the wall, it's also fine. And time is flying. I've got one more stretch for you, and that's one lying on the back, focusing on the lower back. You lie down, and I'm going to lengthen one leg. Left leg is long, the right leg is bent, and we're going to make circles. Usually with a lot of people, the hip area is very tight. So we're just making a few circles. You can circle in the other direction. And then I'm going to lower my right arm. Take a deep breath in. And when I breathe out, I just tilt to one side. And then usually this is the moment where I feel where the tension in my back is. So I'm going to try to breathe toward that part of the back. Deep breath in. And a long breath out, pressing the shoulders towards the floor. Now I can imagine when you're studying and you don't feel like lying down, this is a great way to start the day. Let's try the other side. You can make circles. Think about something that makes you smile, like the food Adi made, for instance. Or maybe even Dutch food. Usually stroopwafels, do you know them? The stroopwafels, also very popular. I'm going to lower my left arm, take a deep breath in, and when I breathe out, moving my leg to the right side, facing to the left. Another deep breath in, and a long breath out. And you can repeat this. You can even do it with both legs bent like this. And you can just rock your leg from one side to the other. Like this. This is a great way to relieve the tension. in the lower back. So these are just a few pointers. One other thing, if you feel that the pain is really bad and doing yoga stretches aren't working, doing exercise aren't working, we do have a online physical therapist on X. So, and I think a lot of you are actually TU students, so I think you might be able to squeeze in an appointment. He's there on Mondays. You can check out our website for more information regarding that. And because, you know, it could be something completely different going on. I hope you allow yourself some time to keep moving in between studying. In a week from now, we will start doing offline classes again. So keep a close eye on the website regarding that as well. And of course, you can find these exercises back on YouTube in a bit. So this is it regarding the exercises for the neck, shoulders, and back. That leaves me by introducing a 14-day meditation challenge. My colleague Nicolai, he gave you a few pointers towards meditation. And I know a lot of people, a lot of students actually want to do meditate, but you know, they tried once, it doesn't work. And the more often you do it, the better it will go. So maybe you would like to join us with this 14-day challenge. We will give a few pointers every day to help you doing that. So hopefully you will join me. And I believe that's it for me for now. Thank you for watching. Namaste.
Thank you so much, Shimangi.
You're welcome.
Don't you worry, guys. I will share all the information to you in your emails, where you'll get the complete handout of how you could do it, how you could share it with us, how, because I think we would love, like, this event is not just about the giving, but it is also about where if you guys do it and if it helps you, then that makes this event a success. So I would really appreciate if you all guys would love it and share it with us. I'm so thankful to X on this event that they gave us all their time. Wow, we have votes flowing in. I just put up a poll of how much did people enjoy this event or not, and already we have like 14 people who are satisfied. So I am completely happy by this, that if you guys enjoyed, keep on doing this, because this is going to help you focus better on your exams. So if anybody has round of questions, we have 3 minutes left, because Shimangi is one of, she is really fit. She does a good yoga. I'm pretty sure you can take a lot of knowledge from her. So don't miss this opportunity. Throw in all your questions. I would say, if possible, show us your video, like start your video cam so that we can take a nice picture together to sum up the event. Because if you are happy, then it makes us happy doing events for you. Do you guys mind if we take a picture? Wow, we have, nice. Okay, I'll take a quick picture. It is so nice. We have people from all nationalities over here. So I think that is one good success of this event. So I would say smile so that I can take a picture. Yes. Thank you so much, everyone. If you have any comments on this event of how we could have done it better, please share it with us. We would be more than happy. Thank you so much, PPI, ESN, StayDelft, and X for collaborating on this event with us to make this event possible. So I would really say happy International Yoga Day. Keep doing it because it's gonna help you a lot. And the like we have last minute left. Does anybody have questions or something just to share with of how did they feel about the event? Would they like something more like this? Just your thoughts. I would really appreciate if someone just goes in proactively and just says of how much did they enjoy the event. Definitely, when things get over, we'll definitely have a live event. I'm pretty sure X would be more than happy to get all the students to get this going. So I think with this we can wrap up this session. I'm really thankful to everyone once again. Thank you for coming and hope to see you soon. Bye. Enjoy.